Barney, the charismatic enigma here, and you are watching the Common Sense Ain't Common podcast.
Bitch, I'm that damn good. Smoking on some good, some rosy on the wood. I'm standing on the shit so you can get it understood. It's pedigree in me because I'm that damn good. Bitch, I'm that damn good. Bitch, I'm that damn good. Smoking on some good, something rosy on the wood. And bitch, I got the belt so you just get it understood. It's pedigree in me because I'm that damn good. Bitch, I'm that damn good. Big old fire, I'm turning. Big old wood, I'm burning.
Big old, I put her in. Plus, you know, I'm about to give her that weight. Yeah, she ain't living like China. I'm on the stretch to referee. I put a ring on the Stephanie. Me and the team is put on the legacy. Winning the gold separately. You can find thing. Bitch, I'm that damn good. Yeah, Yo, ladies and gentlemen, thieves and crooks alike, content stealers and creators, welcome to the Common Sense Ain't Common podcast hosted by the illustrious, your role model. I ain't been in the studio in 3 weeks. The blueprint. Fuck is you talking about? I'm still the motherfucking blueprint. You know what? We're not even just a blueprint no more. You might as well go ahead and name me Podcast Rookie of the Year. Go ahead and name me Podcast Rookie of the Year. How many niggas you know is editing, recording, and posting 2 podcasts a day? You want to know how many? You want to know how many? You want to know how many? Go watch the wrestling episode right now. Just upload it. Right now, go watch the wrestling episode. And right after the wrestling episode, we will be dropping this episode. We are doing 2 back-to-back episodes, non-wrestling and wrestling, same day, first day ever. Did I say my name this time? Because I've been messing up. Like, one time I didn't say my name, but let's just do it again. The illustrious, your role model, the blueprint, Dame Don. I think I'll be forgetting to say my name, but I'm a little excited to be back in studio. You feel me? Did you miss me? Probably not. Well, welcome back. Welcome back. The podcast has been very filled with wrestling lately and quick 10s. Prayers to everybody in Youth Lab, Texas. Right away, I just want to say that straight away. Prayers to everybody there. Prayers to all the families involved. Quickly, I just want to say I had to take I don't want to say a hiatus, but I took a bit of a break just because my granddad had died. He was sick a little bit, and then I'm not really sure what happened. Like, he just kind of was getting better, and then he was getting worse, and then he was getting better, and then he was getting worse, and then he passed away. So, like, that's why I was kind of absent for a little while. So that is my apologies why I was not on schedule. I was actually supposed to drop 3 episodes last week. Didn't drop them last week. I'm not sure what happened Friday as to why I didn't drop a wrestling episode on Friday. I don't know, but it's up there right now. It's up there right now. The link is in the description. Go ahead and click that link. And you already know how I feel about the wrestling episodes. We not doing I don't watch the wrestling episodes no more. Turn that shit on while you in the shower. Turn that shit on while you changing the babies, cleaning up the house. Have the volume on fucking 1. Look, you see this button right here? You can't even see it. It turned the sound off. I do be talking about some important shit, but like, if you really don't watch wrestling, just watch it with the sound off. I need the views. I need the watch time. You cannot sit and watch it for 2-3 minutes, 30 seconds, 45 seconds and think that's going to help me. That is not doing shit for me. It moves by hours, not minutes, not seconds, not milliseconds, none of that. The monetization meter only moves by hours. Which is why I'll be doing longer episodes coming up. Let's just quickly jump into the before we get started. Before we get started, make sure you all are following the social sites at Dame Don on Twitter and Don Life with 2 N's and 2 E's on Instagram. I've also been using the CSAC.Don page a little more just because I've been getting a lot of random followers. I'm not really sure where they're coming from, but that's okay. Welcome, come all. Speaking of a lot of people coming, I am noticing my subscribers moving. Welcome, everybody. I definitely appreciate you all for, giving me a chance. I hope you're able to, keep watching, keep sticking around, and hopefully you enjoy something. I do take any and all suggestions in the comments, in my DMs. Call me, beat me if you want to reach me. If you want to beat me, that's okay. Like, if you want to do anything of that nature regarding my brand, if you want to come onto the podcast, let's work something out. If you got something you want to promote, let's work something fucking out. I do have a lot of good topics coming to the Common Sense and Common podcast. Let me just give you some of the non-wrestling topics that will be coming. We got Uber stories. I'll be telling you about how I Ubered some people running from the police in February, the last day of Black History Month. How a white girl was telling her parents to shut the fuck up, dad, in the backseat. Just stuff like that. We'll also be talking about my new identity. Once I get to my new location, I will be completely changing my identity. I'm not really sure where I'm going to be from or anything of that nature. I'm not really sure yet, but we will definitely figure it out on the podcast together. Also, I'll be doing an episode about should business owners be voting Republican. I've been looking into this a little bit. I do not agree with all of Republicans' stances at all. Like, I don't agree with the abortion. I fuck a lot. I how dare you try to, I don't agree with abortions. I don't agree with any of that shit of that nature. I agree with the Republicans strictly when it comes down to the business. They are about the money. Unless you have kids or something, I really feel like you have no reason not to vote Republican. But we will talk about that more into that episode, and don't hold me to what I just said either, because again, I will break it down because I do not agree with everything that Republicans stand for. I just agree with the money aspect, the financial side of what they stand for. The move is getting serious. The move is getting closer. We are getting closer. I am still very much overwhelmed. I am still very much, there's still very much a lot going on. I'm still trying to find another job here. I'm trying to find a job there. I have to apply for the place I was looking at tomorrow. There is a lot going on right now. Like, I have literally been in tunnel vision. I haven't even really been talking to anybody. Like, if I haven't been replying to your text, I swear to God, it's nothing personal. Like, you gotta just catch me on a weekend. I've been drinking every fucking weekend lately. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but shout out to Casamigos. You've been putting me, you've been getting me fucking through. Shout out to Casamigos. Reposada. Let me not say it too much. I'm gonna want to go get a shot. But it's really been getting me through. I've been drinking every weekend. Like, you gotta catch me on the weekends or something. Like, I have really been in tunnel vision. Complete tunnel vision. And I think that is pretty much all we have before we get started. Oh, my dermatologist. So I was talking to this girl, right? This is completely off topic. But I was talking to this girl, right? Not like talking, but we were just having a conversation. And her face was really clear. So I was like asking her what she uses on her face. I already use something called Pretty Melanin. It really works if you're consistent. That's kind of my problem, the consistent part. I am being more consistent now. But basically, the girl told me she went to her dermatologist, and a dermatologist recommended like some, I forget the name of it, but it's a pill you take by mouth. One of the side effects to the pill is dry skin. My skin has always been oily. Like, I have always had oily skin, can wash my face in the morning and put lotion on and shit. I'm greased all motherfucking day. So when it was like, oh yeah, one of the side effects is dry skin. So just make sure you have moisturizer and all that. They're like, do you usually have oily skin? I'm like, yeah, I have really oily skin. Like, I've always had really oily skin. And so they were like, yeah, you might want to get some really deep moisturizer or whatever. So I'm not even paying attention. Bro, wake up in the morning. This was maybe 2 weeks ago. My lips felt like fucking sandpaper, bro. I literally have to put lotion on my face like 30, 40 times a day. Like, what the fuck is this? And then the doctor told me, like, oh yeah, you'll see more side effects. For the first 3 months, you're basically going to see all side effects because it's basically getting that shit out of your skin. So, like, I'm using that plus, like, the face wash. So my skin is being really clear. But I don't want to say it too loud because it's like every time I brag about my skin being clear, a fucking Pluto shows up on my fucking cheek. So I'm not even going to brag about it too much. But, not even brag about it, but speak about it too much. But I don't know why I wanted to tell you that, but my skin has been very fucking dry lately because of this shit. So if you have any good moisturizers, if you have any good moisturizers you would like to recommend, you know, I would appreciate the moisturizers. I would appreciate the moisturizers. This week's topic, let's just jump right in because that's pretty much all I have for before we get started. This week's topic is my suggestions, my opinions, basically what I do to save money. And I'm going to emphasize on what I do. This is what I do. This is my methods of saving money. I don't want to argue with anybody about their opinions or you think that's stupid. Good for you. It works for me. I've been doing it for many, many years. Many, many years. So let's just jump right in. Saving money. Saving money is probably one of the most disciplined things about me that I can say. If I want it, if I want it and I gotta save for it, all bets are off. I'm gonna make sure my bills is paid, and I will literally be broke saving money. And I really feel like that's the key. Like, even when you have money, you have to act as if you don't have money. Like, that's really the fucking key. I don't care if I got $1 million in my pocket. When I get to the register, I want to know what coupons y'all got. I want to know what fucking discounts y'all got. I want to know if I buy another one of these, can I get that one free? You feel me? You got to make every dollar count. And this was actually at the bottom of my list, but we just gonna say it right now. You got to make every single dollar count. And what I mean by that is, if you know there's $1 missing out of your account, you need to call the bank and ask them what that $1 is. I'm not playing games. I'm not playing games. You'd be like, oh, it was only $5. Oh, it was only $12. Nigga, that $5 and $12 was yours. I was working at a bank. People would literally have $500,000 in the bank. And every month they had to pay $1 for a statement. If you wanted a paper statement to be mailed to you, you had to pay $1 for the paper statement. These people had $500,000, $800,000, still calling every single month because they want to know what the fuck that dollar is. You got to make every single dollar count, bro. Make sure you got to treat every dollar literally as if it's your last dollar. I've had friends that would buy shit, and then if the shit don't fit, they'd be like, oh, can you fit this, bro? And then if I can't fit it, they would just toss it to the side. Ask somebody else if they can fit it. And then if they can't fit it, they would just toss it to the side. What the fuck? Return that shit. Return that shit. And I do understand that returning shit is a nightmare, especially like to places like Nike and shit like that. Returning shit to Nike is a fucking nightmare. But you really have to make every single dollar count. Another thing, I don't believe in savings accounts. If I have a savings account, it is completely disconnected to what my real account is. Like my actual debit card, my savings account is not connected to that in any way, shape, or form. Because I live in the mindset if I can see it, that shit is mine. I don't care that it's in a savings account. I don't care that I have to transfer it over. If I can see that the checking account is this and the savings account is this, and I can see that I got that in there, I got it. I got it. So when I'm saving money, I don't even put it in the same space. It's not even in an account. You just put it up somewhere and you just constantly add to it, add to it, add to it, add to it. If you take something out, because you know some shit is going to happen. You might need $50, you might need $100, but make sure you put that shit back. Put that shit back. That's really the key. You really got to be disciplined. Like, put that shit back like you really owe somebody money. Like, nigga, you owe that. Oh, put it back. Put that shit back like you really owe the bank, like you really owe your weed man, like you really owe your mom, like you owe one of your friends money. Put that shit back. You owe that. Put it back. Put that shit back. Put it there, forget about it. Also, another suggestion I have, like when you work a job and they have like those separate little pay cards. And like you can have some money go on this card, or you can just have like the little pay card, and sometimes you get paid 2 days early or whatever. I always use that little pay card, and I always have like $100, $50, like $150 going on that card, and then I put the card up. So right now that card is up somewhere with money on it, because every time I get paid, it's still putting money on that card. But I'm also getting paid in my real debit card too, so I don't even really need to think about that money. You know what I'm saying? So like you kind of saving while you're not saving. And them $100 every week, it's gonna add up, especially if you're not thinking about that shit. That's really the fucking key. Forget about the money. Forget you saving it. Forget you got it. Forget you need anything. You have to really separate your wants and your needs. If you can wait to get it, wait to get it. If you really want something, but you like, damn, I can't wait till I get paid to get that shit. Like, I don't need it right now, but I do want it right now. But you don't need it right now. Wait till you get paid to get that shit. Even if you got the money. That be the thing. You got the money. You got the money, but act like you don't got the money. That is really the key. Even when you do have the money, you ain't got the money. This is what I do. Basically when I get paid, I pay my bills, my car insurance, my phone bill. I pay my speaking of my car insurance, I'll be making a call after this, but I pay all my bills, my car insurance, my phone bill, throw a little money for the rent, whatever. Majority of the other rent is a bill. I mean, weed is a bill. So if you smoke, put the weed in there with the bill money. If you got a drinking problem, go on and put the drinking money in there with the bill money. Cause the rest of that shit you gotta put away. But it is also a little easier for me because I do want to say I am single. I ain't got no kids. So like I ain't got a little motherfucker wanting McDonald's and chicken nuggets every 5 minutes. Shit like that. But even with that, just budget. Only dedicate $60 to fast food a week. $50 to fast food a week. Or shit, start cooking at home. Even though food is high as a bitch now. Like, goddamn, like I don't know what the fuck going on. These motherfuckers was getting all these child tax credits, and now ground beef is $15 motherfucking dollars. Like, what the fuck is going on? I went and got a pack of ground beef the other day. It was $15. I split that bitch in two. We gonna use this motherfucker again. We ain't getting one meal out of this. Fuck that. Fuck that. You gotta act like you poor, even when you not poor. You really gotta act poor. Like that's really the thing. Like even when you got it, you ain't got it. Like here being called broke is like one of the biggest insults. Oh, broke ass nigga. Yeah, I am broke. I'm fucking poor. I'm fucking poor. When motherfuckers ask me for change at the gas station, you know what I say to them? I need to be out here with you. Motherfucker, because you making more money than I am right now, shit, I bet. It be motherfuckers outside asking for change and shit, and then in the winter they got on coats, in the summer they got on shorts. How the fuck y'all changing clothes and y'all homeless? What the fuck going on? So if you can make it wait, definitely make it wait. Pay them bills, put that shit to the side. And being disciplined is really just like the key to everything in life. You really gotta be disciplined. You really gotta want that shit and make sure that you like you want that shit. Like I just can't describe it other than you really have to want that shit. Like even when I went to WrestleMania, I didn't touch my moving money for WrestleMania one time. The only problem where I fucked up is I didn't take anything out of it, but the whole time I was getting ready for WrestleMania, I wasn't putting anything into it either. So that's why I'm a little behind with moving, because I went to WrestleMania, but I still didn't touch any of that money. I didn't take out of it, but my issue was I wasn't putting into it either. When you saving, you got to keep putting into that shit. Put into it, because you will look up and have thousands of dollars just off putting up change and singles. Like, and I hate carrying cash too. So every time I got, 3, 4, 5 singles, $5 bill, $10 bill, I just set that shit, where I got it. And that shit adds up, bro. The shit really does add up. Swear to God. It really adds up. Forget about it. Put it up. Put it in a separate account. Make sure you are disciplined. All of that. Make sure you are returning shit that can't fit. I don't care how irritating that shit is. Shit, when you do a return to Gucci, that shit take 2 to 3 weeks to get the money back. 2 to 3 weeks, nigga. I waited 2 to 3 weeks for my $1,000 though. For that shit I couldn't motherfucking fit. So a lot of shit do take a long time. A lot of shit is gonna be irritating as a bitch. But you definitely got to do it. And one of the last things I want to say is scam. Scam. These $1 million ass corporations. We'll get into another episode about that or something. But what I am going to say is, without saying too much, is sometimes you don't get your packages. Sometimes the packages just don't come. Sometimes when you get stuff, it's damaged. Sometimes. I mean, I'm not saying I've done any of that or anything of that nature, but sometimes when that does happen, it happens. It happens, and that's all I'm going to say about that. The last thing I'm going to say, and it is very, 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 very vital, I feel. Even if you got a good paying ass job, it is always important to have more than one income. And more than one income can be 2 9-to-5s. I don't know why this generation got like this bad stigma on working 9-to-5s. Like you can make some thousands at a 9-to-5. Like, please believe me, you can make some thousands working at a 9-to-5, especially if you get you in somewhere with a little call center and you got some experience and them motherfuckers give you weekly bonuses, monthly bonuses, and then the bonuses be up to $12,000 on top of your paycheck. You can come up off a 9-to-5. And then you know, Uber is another source of income. I use Uber quite a bit. Uber has really slowed down for me here in my city. They had a little shooting down at Deer District. I'm sure all of you have heard about all the embarrassing idiots that have been, you know, crawling around here, which is why I'm getting so far out of the Midwest. It doesn't make any motherfucking sense. I am so close. I can literally taste it. I'm so close. But yes, definitely have another income. Whether you got a real job and you want to do Instacart, DoorDash, Uber Eats, do security part-time, work at a grocery store part-time, have another source of income. Because in real life, Uber pays for my bills. Uber, when Uber was popping, because it's been slow as a bitch for like the last month now, but when Uber was popping, Uber pays all my bills, and then the money that I get paid with from my job is basically pay money. Or I'm saving it now, but if I wasn't saving it, you know, it would just be kind of play money, because Uber's taking care of everything that I needed to be taken care of at the time. You know what I'm saying? So definitely have you a second income. That extra little money will definitely come in handy. Make sure you get your passive income, meaning have that shit coming in to the point where you ain't even got to be working and you just got money coming in. That is really the fucking goal. I really want to get on some like Kardashian type shit. Them motherfuckers getting paid to breathe. They getting paid to breathe. So I can't wait till God take me out of this studio and put me into a studio in front of an audience or something. Because I'm definitely going to make it. I don't want to try to think I'm ever not going to make it. I am definitely going to be in the WWE, in some type of wrestling company, as a manager, as a commentator, as something. I don't really know. Make sure you always follow your dreams. Save your money. Be disciplined. That is all I have for this week's episode. I am your host, the illustrious, your role model. The blueprint. They ain't done.
Oh, dog, I got a cold shoulder for a fuck nigga if you prove him off. I'm pulling up, I got a hammer. I threw an X on the banner. She ain't there going that ass at me, but I when I fuck up, she bammer. She got me feeling like that ass. I call her Billy like Jean. I never sack on the